Please. Please.
Hey everybody, it's Chastity Elise. I'm back today for another video. I got this card in my hand just in case, because I know like sometimes I can get caught up rambling and get kind of off subject, so I just have like a little card that I've made a couple of notes on. But as I'm sure a lot of you all that are in YouTube world and or watch YouTube videos and trending topics and that kind of thing, I'm sure that you all saw what's been going on the past couple of days. So apparently, which I'm not, this is not, in a way, this is like a reaction video, but it's also kind of like a response video. So I'm sure at this point you all have seen the video with Flightreacts and his new girlfriend. Apparently they broke up, and clearly the situation's very toxic. Apparently it was streamed on Twitch, which I guess he wasn't expecting her to pop up, and she just kind of popped up out of nowhere. And then she ended up interrupting his stream, and then eventually she just shut his stream down. Then the next day he came back and he made a kind of like an update video on what happened once the stream had ended and where their relationship stood at that point, which from what he said is non-existent. I'm just kind of like doing a reaction video to that. So I'm not gonna look at the video. Like, I know a lot of times with these reaction videos, you know, we go through the OBS thing and, you know, you put up the video and you reacting to it as you're watching it. But I just wanted to go through like some little quick highlights or whatever. So first of all, you wanted to talk to him. So you approach him at his house and you lie. And I think she was saying something about she was bleeding or something like that. Like, I guess you're supposed to be on her period.
Bro, why is she calling me? What? No, just go home. I'll give you your shit the other day. I'll pull up on you with me halfway somewhere. You're not coming in today. Just go home.
Open the door.
No, I'm not opening shit.
I need something.
I know you know. What do you need? What do you
I'm
need?
bleeding through.
You're what?
I'm bleeding through. Let me get a period. Let me get a tampon. Please. Please.
Well, first of all, if you can make, I don't know how far she lives away from him. I don't know anything about these people like that. But you couldn't just throw on, like, I don't know if she had a jacket in the car. You can't wrap a jacket around your pants. So if you're bleeding through, people can't see it. Or, you know, at some point, sometimes you might have to suck it up and you got to do what you got to do. Why you can't run to the pharmacy real quick and grab up some tampons? Why you got to go to his house to get them? Like, it is not that serious. So the fact that she made the trip to his house, depending on where she stayed, she probably passed several gas stations, several pharmacies, several grocery stores, several stores that she could have bought tampons at. So why are you making a special trip to his house for that? And then when he opens the door, then she starts giggling and talking about, I lied. Okay. And then he's working, he's doing his stream, and then she comes up to his stream and she tells him to end it.
You're wasting your time.
I'm not.
I'm not gonna force you out. I'm not gonna touch you or nothing.
I know you're not.
I don't know why. What are you? You're wasting your time right now. Like,
End it, or I will.
just huh?
End it, or I will.
Why do you? No, I'm not ending nothing.
Or I will.
Just get your shit. Stop. Don't touch. Don't touch.
No. You talk to me.
I'm not talking to you.
Yes. Let's
You-
go.
Nah,
End it.
just
Let's
get off the screen.
go.
Get off the
No. Mm-mm. Delete it. Just end it. Delete the tweet too.
Nah.
You're not single.
And then she starts touching on his equipment and trying to turn off his stream and muting his stream and things like that.
I'ma still stream.
End it.
Nah. Don't touch
Mute
my
it.
stuff.
Mute it.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah, yo. It's still up and everything. Don't touch my PC though. Nah.
I'll press it down for longer.
First of all, that's already a lack of respect. You come into his house, bro. The knocking right there, that was disrespectful. You keep knocking and knocking. He's clearly not answering the door. Now you're calling. He's not answering the phone. You're going to continue to knock. He answers the phone. He says a couple of words to you. He hangs up and you're still knocking at his door.
Bro, why is she calling me? What? No, just go home. Just hung up, bro. What the fuck? Bro.
Like, at what point does it click? And honestly, I have to give it to him. He was very calm, cool, and collected. I personally think that it was very smart of him to keep his stream going. Also, the call that he received telling him to remove the green screen so that they can see the background just in case something goes on. You know, you can see what's happening. So it's documented. So if at any point anybody needs to come back or wanted to come back and look at footage because she says, oh, he hit me or he touched me or something like that, it's very well documented. Like, look at this situation. She's sitting here, she's telling me trying to tell me what to do. She's yelling and screaming at me, and I didn't touch her. I didn't touch her. And at one point, I think he told her to leave.
Go back home?
No.
No, respectfully.
No, respectfully, no.
Either way, she didn't want to listen. And it's like, well, how do you come into somebody's house and then she's like, no, I'm not leaving.
Why? You have to leave. Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
And then she's laughing like the entire time. She's laughing about this situation. And it's like, what is really funny about this? You're laughing, you're smirking, you think it's cute.
Come on. Yes. Delete it. Get your phone, delete the tweet now. Come on, daddy, delete it. Yes,
Yeah,
baby.
Is what it is. You think that is cute and it's not. So it's just like, and then I looked and I realized that she's 20 years old. I looked up her age and she's 20 years old. And I also found out that she's a Taurus. You're making Tauruses look bad. I'm a Taurus and never. A Taurus, a real Taurus would never. But yeah. So that plays a role in it as well. She's young, like she's a year over 19. Like, you're a year above being a teen. So I'm sure that for her, I don't know anything about her background or anything like that, but I'm assuming that this is probably one of her first real relationships, based upon the outbursts that she had in that video, and based upon, you know, this idea like he's not gonna leave.
Tell them how you engaged to me.
I was, correction.
Tell them how you want to break up an engagement.
I mean, there's no point. It's off. Like, what do you want me to say?
Like, we do this shit all the time.
I'm still single, all that.
No, he's not.
Yes, I am.
No, he's not. I promise you, once we're done talking, he's not going to be single. Mark his words.
So I think that part of her reaction and part of her response to him has a lot to do with her maturity level. And of course, maturity does not always correlate with age, but I think in this case for her it does. Like, she seems to be very childish and very immature. Just because like he was obviously serious and she's sitting here laughing and giggling the whole time. And then she said within his live stream, she told him to turn it off because she wanted to have sex.
I just want to smash, and you're making it so hard.
So you're doing all this just because you want sex. I highly doubt it. So moving on, the next day he does his reaction video, and within his reaction video he shows different clips and, you know, gives us video and ideas of the scenario that happened off of the live stream. So one of those things, which something that not everybody knows about me, is I like horror movies. Like, if I had to pick a genre of movie that I like to watch horror movies. Granted, I would say that a lot of the horror movies that are out and that have been coming out lately actually kind of suck, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, so he shows us a clip where she is in the bathroom.
And if you guys can see this footage right here, I'll pause myself.
Delete it!
Come out.
Delete it!
Delete what?
Your stupid fucking tweet, bitch!
But I don't want to be with you no more. Bro, what the fuck, bro? Stop hitting my shit. Bro, stop hitting my shit. Bro, you're weird, bro.
Delete it now! Delete it now!
Basically.
So not only are you're yelling at him, you are cursing at him, and then you called the man out of his name. So what cause would result in him wanting to even delete the tweet? On top of that, if all you wanted was sex, why does it matter about whether he deletes a tweet or not? Why do you even care? Also, just because you delete a tweet saying I'm single doesn't make you any less single. It doesn't make you in a relationship. It just means you took down a tweet. Like, literally, it's just words. So, I mean, he can post the words or not, but whether he has the words up doesn't change the fact that he's single. So, I don't understand what her logic was behind him deleting the tweet. Like, what does him deleting the tweet, what does that signify to you? What did that signify to her? I don't really understand. And then not only that, when she was in the bathroom, after she told him to delete the tweet and he's like, what? Then she bangs the door and tells him to delete the tweet. And I think she did this like 3 times. She banged on his door like 3 different times. The door was locked. But as she was hitting the door, you could see flashes of light from the bathroom. So clearly, I mean, could she hit it any harder? So it's like, you're going to come in here and you're going to destroy his property. So at this point, you are trespassing because he's already asked you several times to leave and you have said no. On top of that, you are destroying this man's property. You're throwing stuff. He said that she was throwing things around.
Banging shit. Trying to avoid your shit getting fucking broken. Her taking my shit. She's throwing my phone multiple times. Thank God my shit didn't crack. And everything like that. Just no respect, bro.
Now, I didn't watch her video. I started to watch her video so that I had both perspectives. Because obviously, if you're talking about something, you want to have both perspectives. And then you want to kind of come to a... kind of reconcile the two and kind of figure out what that gray area is between the two. But honestly, I started to watch her video, but then I started noticing that certain things about her video clearly seemed biased. So, for example, when she was in the bathroom and she was doing the yelling and the screaming and trying to bash his locked door down, she actually skipped over that section. So obviously that right there tells me that if you're doing a reaction video, you react to the whole thing. You don't skip through parts and say, oh, well, this part makes me look bad. Let me just skip over it like it didn't happen. Like, no, if you're gonna do a reaction video, react to the whole thing. Don't pick and choose what parts you're gonna react to. especially the parts that you say make you, put you in your worst light and make you the most embarrassed or are the most embarrassing. It seems like you want to address those moments more so than others. I don't know what other parts she skipped because honestly I didn't want to give it a view. And then not to mention, when Flight posted his video, he had actual scenes and actual footage of things that happened. So there's documentation of what occurred. Whereas her video didn't have any documents. Her video didn't have any footage other than the footage that he posted. And I'll say this, like, there was nothing of substance or nothing material about the video. So that's why I didn't entertain it. So he said at this point, like, she was yelling, screaming, different things like that. Cops came, and so they had him to step out for questioning and that kind of thing. And so at one point they did ask him, you know, do you want us to remove her?
And she ends up saying, oh, do you need her like removed from the crib or whatever? And I was just like, no, like nothing happened. I don't even know what you're talking about.
So he said no, but personally, if I was in the situation, if I was a dude and my girlfriend and or ex-girlfriend that I was involved with at the time was acting like that, remove her. At this point, you know, you've asked her to leave several times. She has not done so. I personally would tell them, yeah, like, I need her removed. I've asked her to leave several times. She has not left. She's basically, like, she's been antagonizing you. That's not the kind of energy that you want energy in your space. Shoes, clothes, whatever that she had in my house, I know your address. I'm gonna put it in a box and I'm gonna mail it to you. You are not coming to my house to get anything. You are not coming inside of my house.
I also feel like it's the birth control that's doing it. She got on the birth control like in January, and she honestly hasn't been the same. When I first met her, you know what I'm saying, a lot more different.
Just know that just because somebody is on a medication that has certain adverse and negative effects, or can have potential negative effects, does not mean that you have to accept that person's negative, destructive, and controlling behavior. Each of the birth control methods do different things. Some of them are better for acne, some of them are not as good for acne, but maybe they're better for your level of cramps. Like, let's say you have really bad cramps, maybe there's a different birth control that you need to take. If you find that a medication is making you act in a certain way, what you need to do, rather than just making excuses for your behavior and say, okay, well, I'm just having negative effects, oh well, he or she is just gonna have to put up with me. That individual needs to be accountable for their own health care, and they need to go back to their doctor and say, hey doc, this medication that you're giving me is making me have mood swings. It's causing me to be destructive. It's causing me to be this way. That is not me. And so I need to find something that works with my body chemistry better, so that I'm not reacting and acting out and lashing out at people in this way. I wanted to speak on this before because, as we all know, Flight was previously involved with someone else previously named Janet, which he has a child by now. But I remember him also doing a breakup video with her where he was saying she was also toxic and manipulative as well. I actually wanted to come out and make a video then, but by the time I decided to make a reaction video, I felt like it was too late. So because this has basically happened, it's played out again, it seems like just with a different woman, then I decided that I'll go ahead and do a response video to it, or a reaction video to it. So my suggestion as well to him is that while he is spending this time focusing on himself and his career and his daughter, is also just to like figure out what is it about him that is either what is attracting these women. Like, is he just going based upon looks and then it just happens that they end up being toxic, or is there something about them that, like, what is it about them that draws him to them? What is it about him that draws toxic women to his being? Like, what kind of energy is he putting out that draws these women to him, that makes them either toxic, or what is it that draws these toxic women to them? Because I don't know if they're already toxic when they get to him and they just kind of, you know how people do, like in the first few months, it's like a honeymoon stage where you don't really get to see who they are. you see all this lovey-dovey stuff, and then eventually as you get into the relationship, you really start to see who that person is because you're around them a lot. So they're not hiding their toxicity because they can't hide it after a certain point. You can only sugarcoat things for so long before the real you comes out. So that is my take on it. You can take it with a grain of salt, whatever. But anyway, I will see you all for the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for supporting. And please like and hit that subscribe button down below. Let me know if you like this video, if you all want me to do some more reactions and responses on videos. Granted, this one I didn't do the normal thing where you would put the video up on the screen and respond to it as you're going through, just because I feel like a lot of people, if they watch Flight or, you know, that kind of thing, if they are really into YouTube, even if they don't watch him, but they watch like these different media channels, like these different media vlogs and or media blogs, if you read those, then I'm sure that you all have seen information about this. I'm sure you've probably seen it on Twitter. I wouldn't be surprised if it was trending at one point about this whole breakup mess. But anyway, I didn't feel the need to put the video here just because of the fact that I'm sure a lot of you all have seen it. You all have seen reaction videos, so there's no need for me to go back and recap all of that. But anyway.